Hey guys, we're back at it again. First off, I got to thank Mr. Dano for I guess it's pronounced Dano, for the excellent footage of the issues here with MindsEye. They'll be linked down in the description below. Um, so let's just be honest, MindsEye has been an epic fail for Leslie Benzies. Just a bad launch, bad physics, bad ragdolls, just bad optimization, just generally boring mission design, and just problems from the get-go, which is a shame because I think this game had good potential. I think it seemed pretty interesting. Um, Story-wise, not a bad concept, good acting, like they screwed up bad with this. I really think of the reported, I believe it was like 100 and, 102, $103 million budget. I mean, I genuinely wonder how much of that budget was simply spent on just marketing because I've done some looking into it. I mean, this game was having such a marketing blitz that they were showing trailers for this game in theaters, and that's pretty unprecedented. You don't really see that even with the biggest games in the space. You don't really see marketing in mainstream locations like that. So I think that's a bit of an issue that MindsEye had going for it. I imagine that was a huge portion of their budget. I would say probably somewhere in the market of at least $20 million, because I mean you can't come back when you do something like that. It's just too much money. Um, and yeah, just straight up, I believe that a majority of their budget was spent on marketing. Um, Obviously, I don't have any proof. I'm not an insider or anything. But, I mean, we're seeing issues like we're seeing stuff that you used to see on really old games. Um, you look at like San Andreas, for example. When you run through fire, you catch on fire. When you stand by fire in Mind's Eye, it just hurts you. Which, yeah, fire hurts, but if you walk into fire, you're probably going to catch on fire. Even at least a little bit. Maybe not, depending on what you're wearing, maybe not a lot, but some. You're at least going to have your hair catch on fire and stuff like that. But, I mean, you get none of that. The cutscenes look great. Um, and that's another thing. I think a lot of their budget was spent on making those cutscenes look freaking beautiful. Which, I mean, hey, I get that, but a game is not built on cutscenes. Even you could say a game like Metal Gear Solid 4 is built on cutscenes. Well, sure, the cutscenes look great, but the gameplay is good too. And that's another problem. The gameplay, some of the gameplay, the mission structure is just pretty lackluster. 40-minute fly across to the other side of the map and drop somebody off type missions. Fly a drone through this space for 40 minutes type missions. User-generated content that you're basically playing as side missions, and that's your side missions. And apart from that, the world's just generally dead. There's nothing to do. You can drive around a city with no interaction, no interesting characters to meet, no customization. You can't even steal cars. I hate to say it. Huh? Yeah, no wanted level. That's true. Um, but it's shocking that a game like this in 2025 can be put out with so much material and still just come out as a straight up epic fail. It's embarrassing, honestly, because I feel like a big majority of the marketing I saw for this game was pushing the fact that they had Leslie Benzies from Rockstar, one of the brain children to make some of the best GTA titles. They were pushing that as a big selling point, and yet they didn't even come close to something even approximating the status of any of the GTA titles, which is just, like I said, frankly embarrassing. So I think until MindsEye gets itself a big patch, it's probably not going to be worth your money. And I'd recommend, if you're going to spend the money on it, wait for a sale. Don't play it until then. Or if you are going to pay full price for it, wait till they patch it. Don't just go and pick it up, because you're going to be severely disappointed. Like I said, bad optimization. Just problems we shouldn't be having with games in 2025. But hey, guys, that's just my 2 cents. We'll see y'all in the very near future. Did the video wasn't playing? I thought it wasn't playing on my end. I said that. I I thought I thought it was just frozen on my end. Oh, well, how did that sound, by the way? No, I know. I mean, we can just redo it. It's not. No, 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 no. It's. I can just redo it. It's fine. I don't want. I don't want to make you go through all that work, bro. I don't want to make. Was it really good? How long was it? Did I overshoot the time? Okay.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Producer here from Roger Hitchcock. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Hello guys. So we ran into a little bit of some technical difficulties here, but we do want to show you some of the footage from MindsEye because it was a pretty painful launch, as Riley mentioned above. Riley and I were talking behind the scenes about the technical difficulties. I do apologize for it. Most of it's on my lane. But Riley, if you don't mind, do you want to dive into some of the glitches or see the 9 minutes?
Yeah. Let's get right into it.
All right, all right. Again, apologies to the viewers and whatnot.
Well, guys, let's just be flat out honest. MindSci has completely, epically failed. What a travesty. You have poor optimization. Also, thank you to Mr.
Producer.
Dano for, well, yes. Mr. Producer, Mr. Producer, for one, should be thanked because he was the one to actually kind of get me aware of this game, and I did some looking into it. I knew about it, but I didn't know too much about it until he told me how bad this launch was. So I went into it, checked it out, and I was shocked to see what I saw. Also, I do have to give credit to Mr. Dano, whose footage you are seeing as we speak. His footage or his channel will be linked, or well, this video of his footage will be linked down below in the description. So go check him out, give him a like, Tell him the 2 Cents Army sent you.
Tell him Riley's
Um,
sent you.
yeah, exactly. Just some of the biggest problems that uh, MindsEye is having. I blanked on the name there for a sec, guys. Some of the biggest problems that MindsEye is having is poor optimization. I'm talking major frame dips. You know, I will have to mention that. Um, but I mean, we're talking. Sorry about that, but I will have to say, guys. I mean, there's mention of Rockstar apparently paying people to speak ill of MindsEye. Now, this is, of course, just a rumor. This is an unsubstantiated claim, but it's something that's been going around in the internet sphere. So I think it warrants at least mentioning in a passing moment. Of course, no evidence of this, but like anything, it's just a rumor. Um, Now, as for that being said, some of your major problems with MindsEye are frame rate optimizations. Um, I've seen video footage where somebody will hit a light pole and the game will instantly drop at least 20 frames per second down and just become real slogged. Texture smearing, generally bad use of assets. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. The environments in this game look great. Generally, they do. But, what's the point of a good-looking environment if there is nothing fun to do? You can't do anything outside of those main missions. Not really, at least. I'll rephrase that. Not really. You can, if your idea of fun outside of missions is drive around, crash into people, get out, shoot random people with no consequences because there is no wanted level or anything like that, and you can't steal cars. So that's pretty bad, and like you can see there, that texture tearing and just really bad frame rate drops. Not a pretty sight, especially on a game like this, which, I mean, I get it. They're probably running. I my only guess. I'm gonna be honest, guys. My only guess with these frame rate issues is they are not running LOD models on the game, which, I mean, that's bad. If they're not running level of detail models and everything's just running straight through, no wonder your textures are smearing at times. Game's running on a shoestring at that point. So that's my guess for why that type of issue is becoming an issue. But I mean, I'm seeing stuff like comparisons to San Andreas. Like walking in fire in San Andreas, you catch on fire. Whereas in MindsEye, when you stand next to fire, you neither catch on fire, nor do anything particularly, nor particularly react to being in fire, apart from your character making idle noises and taking damage. Yeah, and that was another clear example right there. Just random disappearing pop-in, pop-outs type stuff. That's pretty bad. I mean, look at these ragdolls. Those ragdolls are bad for a game this big in budget. This game has a budget of somewhere around $103 million. I want to know where all that money went. Because this does not $103 million budget game look like. I mean, all the marketing I've seen for this game mentions Leslie Benzies as the mastermind behind GTA. And that may very well be true. But what I'm seeing here doesn't even compare to a GTA made in 2004, 2005. This like, yes, it looks nice, but make gameplay that's fun. A game looking great is great, but if the game's not fun, what's the point? I mean,
I would like to bring a little bit of a counter to the floor, if I may, Riley.
please.
I think the physics are pretty good. To an extent, they resemble GTA 4's physics with the shooting of the leg kind of coming down. You see what I'm saying? Like they have reactions.
Somewhat.
But
But
this strikes me
I
as
don't.
extremely Mafia 3-esque. And
Well, that's funny. You should mention that, Mike, because there's a huge portion of people that, for some reason, decide that the main character of this and Lincoln Clay look very similar. I kind of see it maybe a little bit in the facial structure. I think they might be the same voice actor, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure if that's true. I've heard somebody say that. I should have probably looked into that myself. But, I mean, it does feel very Mafia-esque, or Mafia 3-esque,
Mafia 3.
at least in terms of the way the Twitch shooting kind of feels and looks. I would also like to say, I mean, here's where you see the physics issues. Look at the way that thing is wobbling.
The fucking tires are moving. Pardon my French.
Yeah, I mean that. You, also, they have this auto rollover feature, which is kind of interesting. You can't really roll a vehicle; it just kind of always comes back on its wheels. I forget what other game did that. There's another game that did that. Was it Cyberpunk? No, I don't think it was Cyberpunk.
Playing Jack 3, and that was the thing there. It would, like, you could just rotate your car
But
and bug you.
yeah, of course.
That was
But
PS2.
yeah, but I mean, to me, this was such.
With this stupid Superman 64 crap that they're doing right here.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of Jack 3. Like,
Yeah, it does.
reminds me.
It does kind of look like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But I mean,
hate Superman 64 shit. I mean, we're in 2025. Evolve.
yeah. But I mean, I think the biggest issue facing MindsEye was that constant comparison and that mention of Leslie Benzies. It got people's hopes up.
Definitely.
This was going to be the GTA killer. This was going to be better than GTA 6. But the problem with that is you can't say something like that and then not have the game to back it up. So, in my opinion, with MindsEye, I would highly recommend you either wait for a sale, wait for it to be massively discounted, in which case, hey, a $20, $25, $30 game with some of these issues, not a big deal. Worth at least giving it a shot, if nothing more than to look at pretty environments, watch some, cutscenes, and just kind of treat it like an extended popcorn movie night, However, if you are intending to pay full price for it, I would recommend you wait until they at least fix all the major issues that the game was having here at launch. I mean, look at this. Dude's getting stuck on a bush. That's not a good sign. So, that's just my 2 cents, guys. Oh, what was that?
It may be worse than Cyberpunk in some extent. I mean, like.
It could be considered worse than Cyberpunk in the sense that it's just the hype behind it is not as big as Cyberpunk. So I think you're seeing similar issues to Cyberpunk, but you're not seeing as bad of issues. But let's be honest, Cyberpunk was really bad at launch. It was pretty rough. But look at how good it is now. So who knows?
Yeah, after
Maybe
5 years.
Sure, 5 years, but at least they finally fixed it and got it to a game that was worthy of the name. I mean, who knows? MindsEye could do just what Cyberpunk did and come back and make it big. Or it could just fade into obscurity like a lot of other games that came out. So, I hope it's the former, but it could be the latter. Who knows? But, hey guys, that's just my 2 cents. And we'll see y'all in the very near future.
Near future. Giggity. Giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity.